Hello, you guys. Happy Friday. It is Ninfa, and thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. You know what? Let me put myself down a little bit more here. Well, actually, I can't. Okay, whatever. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. As I always say, you can make more money, but you can't make more time. So the fact you're taking the time to watch this, I'm truly blessed and grateful. So thank you, thank you, thank you. So we're going to go through 3 of these chapters here. They're really short and sweet. Chapter 12, 13, and 14. On Eat That Frog, I help women become healthier financially and physically through personal development and spreading positivity, because that's just so important these days, right? Every day. And so I just love teaching people what I'm learning in personal development. So if you are that kind of person, you're like, I like to read too, this is great to make you to personal development is not going to make you more positive, whatever, but what it does do, and it can do that too as well, but what it really does is helps you to see the world differently, gives you a new perspective. And the thing about it is, when you've been watching a lot of TV, or we're going off of society's way of thinking things, it's usually very negative and usually isn't that positive. And we've come up with these stereotypes, we come up with these reasons for things that we don't even know who they are. They came up with them, but this is what it is, right? But personal development helps you to really think and have a better perspective of what's really truly going on, and that the fact that your mind is why you are where you are today. And same for me. I'm learning all the things too, so I just figured I'd just teach you that. So we're doing Eat That Frog. I love this book so far. We're going to do chapter 12. Chapter 12 is super simple. So we won't be going too in-depth into that, but leverage your special talents. So if you've got some kind of talent that you have, really lean into that talent to help you pursue and accomplish goals that you want in your life, because there's only one of you, and there's always something unique about you. And so what he says here is, number 1, consistently ask yourself these key questions. What am I really good at? What do I enjoy the most about my work? What has been most responsible for my success in the past? If I could do any job at all, what job would that be? If you won the lottery or came into an enormous amount of money, and you could choose any job or any part of a job to do for indefinite future, what work would you choose? Yeah? So that's number 1. Number 2, develop a personal plan to prepare yourself to do your most important task in an excellent fashion. Focus on those areas where you have specific special talents and that you most enjoy. This is the key to unlocking your personal potential. Okay, so that's number 12. Just find those talents and lean into them, baby. And the great way of figuring that out is just say, okay, if I got all the money in the world, what would I actually do? You know what I mean? What do I actually love to do? And usually it's a talent that you have. And it doesn't have to be singing or artistry or whatever. It could be doing Excel, doing numbers. It could be being a doctor. It could be, helping people with their taxes. It could be a whole bunch of different things. It could be helping women with breastfeeding or what have you. So find those talents and lean into them, because that is going to make you quite successful in life. All right, chapter number 13, identify your constraints. I love this. It says, what is holding you back? What sets the speed at which you achieve your goals? What determines how fast you move from where you are to where you want to go? What stops you or holds you back from eating the frog that can really make a difference? Why aren't you at your goal already? Right? So your constraint is just that thing that you are like, you can't get past this one thing. It could be a mental block. It could be you're just not skillful at a certain area. Find out what that is, hone in on it, improve that area, get through that that constraint and improve that area so that you can move forward and accomplish that goal. So it's simple as that for that one. All right. And he says for you to Number one, identify your most important goal in your life today. What is that? What one goal, if you achieve it, would have the greatest and positive effect in your life? What one career accomplishment would you have the greatest positive impact on your work life as well? Okay. Number two, determine the one constraint, internal or external, that sets the speed at which you accomplish that goal. Ask, why haven't I reached it already? What is it in me that is holding me back? Whatever your answer is, take action immediately. Do something, do anything, but get started. Okay? So that is chapter 13. So I really want you guys to do this. Those are action steps and what you need to do at the end of each of these chapters. So chapter 12, figure out that special thing. And then chapter 13, figure out what's holding you back. And let's work on that. And I want you guys to post that below. That'd be great to see what those things are. All right. And then chapter 14. Put the pressure on yourself. So I really love this portion of this book. This is really good. The world is full of people who are waiting for someone to come along and motivate them to be the kind of people they wish they could be. The problem is no one is coming to rescue you. True that, right? These people are waiting for a bus on a street where no buses pass. If they don't take charge of their lives and put the pressure on themselves, they can end up waiting forever. And that is what most people do. Only about 2% of people can work entirely without supervision. We call these people leaders. This is the kind of person you are meant to be, and that you can be it. If you decide to be. There is a typo on here because I'm like, if you decide to be. To reach your full potential, you must form a habit of putting the pressure on yourself and not waiting for someone else to come along and do it for you. You must choose your own frogs and then make yourself eat them in their order of importance. So you got to set yourself up higher standards. You know what I mean? That most people won't do. Get up earlier, get that main task taken care of, stay up a little later, or not stay up a little later, but maybe stay at work a little later, or maybe stay up a little later to accomplish whatever you want to do. Most people won't do that, but they're very simple things. Getting to work 30 minutes earlier, leaving work 30 minutes later, right? Like, these are not crazy items, right? But people won't do that. Really focusing on your job and your whatever you're working on, really focusing on in a good hour, 2 hour, 3 hours, and really getting things accomplished, right? So how many of us, like when we're going on vacation, especially when we're at work and we have to like, oh shit, I don't want to leave all this stuff open. And you're like working till like 10 o'clock that night just to make sure you get everything ready, prepared for everybody. All the things that are open are closed, ended. And so when you're on vacation, nobody goes, man, she never worked on that. He didn't finish that. What's going on? Like, you get all the things done because you want to make sure that it's smooth sailing while you're out and people can take care of their own jobs and maybe just a little bit something of yours, right? That's how you should be doing your life when it comes to accomplishing a goal. You have, let's say you've got a year goal. Now let's make some deadlines that are more like, let's see if I could do this in 12 weeks. What do I need to do today? And push and push and push and push for 12 weeks to accomplish that goal that you have for the year. You may even find that, oh my gosh, let's say you're trying to make like $2,500 a month, right? In a year. You're like, well, the first quarter I can make $500, second quarter I can make $1,000, third quarter I can make $1,500, and then maybe the fourth quarter I'll hit to $2,500, right? You're like, these are reasonable goals. $500 in a quarter, you most likely can do that, right? Depending on, you working on the goal. But what if you push that deadline up to $2,500 in a quarter, and you worked your behind off, as if in 12 weeks you're going on vacation and somebody needs to, as if in 24 hours somebody's going on vacation. You're going on vacation and you don't want to leave a mess behind. What if you worked your butt off for like 24 hours, just keeping it going? You never know. In that 12 weeks, you could hit $5,000. You could hit $2,200. You could hit $1,800. but you'll be way closer to that number than if you said, oh, I'm just gonna hit 500 and then just gonna take, I don't need to do that. I only need a couple customers, a couple reps, and you're dilly-dallying for 3 months until you get to that. And you're like, okay, great, and I hit my 500, now I'm gonna hit my 1,000. You know what I mean? But really said, okay, I wanna make $2,500 in a year, monthly, consistently. Let's see if I could push that goal up to a quarter and what I can do on a daily basis to make that happen. So I love that. But it says, number 1, set deadlines and sub-deadlines on each task and activity. Create your own forcing system. Raise the bar on yourself and don't let yourself off the hook. Once you've set yourself a deadline, stick to it and even try to beat it. Woo! That's kind of exciting, right? Write out every step of number 2. Write out every step of a major job or project before you begin. Just what we talked about in, I think, like chapter 9 or 10. Be prepared to be able to do the work. Clean off your area. Have all the stuff ready, and then be able to boom, get the job done. Okay. So again. Number 2, write out every step of a major job or project before you begin. Determine how many minutes and hours you will require to complete each phase. The race against your clock, your own clock, begins. Beat your own deadlines, make it a game, and resolve to win. And guess what? When you go for some goals and you hit it early, man, that reinforces in your brain that you're going to do what you say you're going to do. It also gives you some serious endorphins and you get excited to accomplish the next thing. All right, guys, I love you so much. Post below, based on the 6 things that I've said in the last 3 chapters of what you're going to do. What is the thing that's restricting you and how are you going to overcome it? What is your special talent and how are you going to utilize it to accomplish your goal? And what goal do you have and and what is the deadline you're going to give to push it forward a little more so that you can get it done sooner? I love you guys. Talk to you soon. Have a good one.